Hello, Kaylee. Let's go ahead and take a look. I was just reading through your writing here. Um, I mean, everything you're saying here makes sense. Okay. All right, good. Thank you so much for including that. Let's go ahead and jump over. I've got your banner ad. I'm sorry, your magazine and your banner ad. And thank you very much for including the magazine and the banner ad. A lot of students kind of missed that. I had mentioned that in the video, Welcome to Week 6 video. So I'm really glad you had a chance to see that because it really helps us to kind of ascertain the success of the adaptation from the magazine to the banner ad, as well as taking a good look at the harmony and consistency in the campaign itself. So let's go ahead and take a look. So my main comments on the magazine ad were that it looks like it very much looks like it could be two different ads. The visual demeanor of the top of the page is so drastically different than that of the bottom of the page that it just looks like there's two different ads on the same page. I would like to see further visual consistency associated with the top and the bottom of the ad. And I had mentioned this all before. So one thing I'm noticing is that this image here right now is not pulled to the bleed guide. So if you can see that image right there, what you definitely want to take that and you want to get that pulled to the bleed guide. And that way, if there's a mistrim, you're not going to get that sliver of cyan ink here on the outside of that white border. So definitely want to make sure anything that bleeds gets pulled to that bleed guide. Okay. Okay, so the masked image, yes, the masked image is the cucumbers. You had added that in. That's good. You've got Arial bold. Then you've got that is Arial italic. Good job. No headline, no subhead, so there's no burial bold italic, just regular italic for body copy. So that's good. Let's go ahead and jump to the banner ad. I think the banner ad in a lot of ways is more successful than the magazine ad, and it's because we don't have this kind of this dichotomy. We don't have this phenomenon of looking like two visually different portions of the page. This is very harmonious in and of itself. However, we don't have the required placement of, remember, we have to include that masked image from assignment 2-1 in the banner ad. So if you don't want to include the cucumbers, if you think that that's not going to fit, I would definitely recommend that you at least include some sort of a masked image in here, just to suffice that requirement. Um, as far as the animation, I think is good. It's handled very proficiently. Nice job there. One thing we don't have in the banner ad and is the client's location, geographic location. That is a very pertinent piece of information because this is located in the Caribbean, which is by many to be considered the most beautiful area in the world. So there's a big difference between the way one would look at this ad if they knew it was located in the Caribbean as opposed to, let's say, South Carolina. Did you see what I'm saying? So definitely would recommend including the location. You don't have to include the entire contact information. Your viewer is going to know if they click on the banner, it's going to take them to the client site where all pertinent information can be readily accessible. Um, I would like to see more color. I think I would add one of the color logos here, even the purple. It's going to work. I mean, don't worry about it taking away from the animation. That's not how it's not going to do that. But what I would recommend is I would transpose the location of the type and that of the banner of the logo. Logo should probably be right down here somewhere. Then over here you can put located, or maybe right here, located beautiful U.S. Virgin Islands. And then move this animation up and place it over this. It may entail changing the color just to see how the visibility is over that background. I mean, you could consider even. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how you're going to assemble that type. But right now, it's a little bit unusual that the logo is placed up there. If you can't find another solution, I would recommend using the purple logo and really reduce the size. Try to bring it like that or something. Then left align this whole typographic composition. If you take a look at one of the announcements from this week, I'll jump over here. It's right here. Why you should not center align your text. And this describes some of the pros and cons of centered text versus flush text. And then there's an example right here. Left align is always a better option. I should say 99% of the time is a better option, unless you're dealing with something like a formal invitation, where center align type is the norm. But I would definitely left align this. I think that the animations are good. They're not too forced. They're gradual enough to preserve the relaxed posture of the client, and they're not visible long enough to miss any information. So I think the timing there is good. All right, so good job. Those are my recommendations moving forward. If you have any questions, or you would like me to clarify anything I've said in this video, I'll be more than glad to do so. And if you would like to address some of those issues and resubmit to this discussion board, I'll be more than glad to provide additional comments. But at the very least, I'd like to see these changes being made before submission of your final project, which is due late next week. Okay? All right, good job. Thank you very much.